Hi guys, this is Katie and welcome to our first road trip. So it is the Easter holidays, we have 2 weeks off and we have a 2-week trip down to Philadelphia. So it's a Saturday now. We picked up our rental car yesterday in Chicago, left about 5:30, got down here to Delphos, something like that, which is in Ohio. It took about 4 hours, just under 4 hours. And then today we are going to go to the Ohio Reformatory Prison, which is about an hour and a half drive away. And then we're going to keep on driving to Somerset in Pennsylvania. We have got some exciting stuff coming up. We are going to the Amish country, we're going to Hershey Park, we are going to Philadelphia for WrestleMania, and then we're going to head to Pittsburgh on the way back. So it should be an exciting 2 weeks. So let's get started. So we have just got to our first stop. We are in Ohio and this is the Ohio Reformatory. It was used for Shawshank Redemption. We're going to go and do a little tour. We pre-booked our tickets. I think you can get tickets on the day, but just because it's Easter weekend, we thought we'd pre-book them. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I love going to a old prison, so let's go. So the Ohio State Reformatory is a really interesting place to visit, and this first part of the tour guides you through some of the history of the Reformatory, but also its use in Shawshank Redemption. So the very first part of the museum does share some of the things that they found in the prison or they had in the prison when it was used as a prison. But then there is a huge section about Shawshank Redemption and some of the props that were used in the movie. If you are a fan of that movie, I would definitely recommend coming here. We were a little concerned by this point that this was the main point of the museum. We hadn't seen any photos or footage of the actual museum itself. We had thought that all of the museum was going to be just looking at artifacts that were used. So I'm glad that it did get better, but if you don't know that much about Shawshank or you've never seen the movie of Shawshank Redemption, first of all, it's probably worth watching before you come here, just because then some of the props will make more sense and you could appreciate them a bit more. But also just know that the tour gets better, so if you're not that interested in this section, then just kind of move through. But it was interesting. It was interesting to see lots of the scenes. So they will have videos up that show some of the scenes and you can compare them, like videos and pictures that will share, like compare the scene and the set that you're in to what it looked like in the movie. So all of that was really interesting, especially if you are into the movie. I would definitely recommend, if you are into the movie, getting the self-guided tour. We did see a guided tour that had like a guide with them, and they rushed through this section really quickly, and in fact we noticed they rushed through a lot of it. So if you are really interested in this type of thing, I would just recommend getting the self-guided tour. It's much nicer because you have your own space, you have your own time, you're not rushed along to see the next thing. So yeah, this was the first part of the museum. It was really interesting, but definitely watch the movie first. We found a classroom, kind of, with some fun facts about the reformatory place. I love being in a classroom because I'm a teacher. So just a little bit of history now. Now there is lots of information that you can find online about this place, but basically it opened in 1910. I think it started being built before that, and they used it for training for Civil War soldiers. But then in 1910 it was used as a reformatory prison, so people who hadn't done severe crimes would come here, they would educate them and they would get them ready to kind of integrate back into society. And according to history, it did kind of a decent job of doing that. However, when due to problems with budgets and stuff like that, they had to then change it to a normal prison. There's about 200 people that died, according to Wikipedia, that died here, but no one was executed here. They were executed at the Ohio Penitentiary, but the electric chair is the same one that was in that penitentiary. But yeah, so a bit of a kind of history to this place, and I think it closed in the late 90s. But then they also used it to film the Shawshank movie here as well. So a fun fact is they built these 4 rooms symmetrical so that the lights, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but this is what happens, is you get like this cross directly between the 4 doors when the light shines through, and that's interesting. So we are just doing a self-guided tour. We booked our tickets online. I think they were $20. I'll double check that and put it on the screen. But you can do a guided tour. And you could also get yourself like a audio thing that tells you like an audio tour as well. But we thought we'd just kind of pop around. They do also have like various tours throughout the year. I think they do ones like near Halloween as well. But you're not allowed to do any ghost hunting. There's a sign as you come in that you're not allowed to do ghost hunting here, which sounds fun. So it's amazing that this place closed in 1990, which for someone that was born in that exact year doesn't feel that long ago. Apparently it is, but it's amazing like how much in disrepair it already is. I think it's very damp as well. It's very cold, so if you are coming here, wear a hoodie. But yeah, it's crazy. Fun fact, because we love wrestling, Judgment Day 2008, the promotion was filmed here. It's just got even more interesting. You see all the cell blocks, which is really kind of haunting but interesting. You can go to the library and it's empty obviously, but it's wet and cold and kind of icy. Yeah, it's really eerie. Something's making a noise, Callum. The Bibles. So when we have travelled, we have been to so I'm being quiet because it's just weird. When we've travelled, we have been to a few different prisons. So we obviously went to Alcatraz in San Francisco, and then in Philadelphia they have the Eastern State Penitentiary Prison, which we might try and do next week when we're in Philadelphia, depends on timing. But it's a really interesting prison, the Eastern State one. Al Capone was there at one point over, but it's like a disused prison. It's the actual prison that you still see, and it's just really interesting, but it's not as touristy as Alcatraz. So we've always said that was our favourite. I feel like this is top 10. Just the first part is more about the movie of the movie that was here and stuff. But Shawshank, the first part's about Shawshank. But the rest of it, you get to see the actual cells, and you get to see this is the medical ward, but it's in complete disrepair. And it's so this is near a place called Mansfield in Ohio, which we obviously, from coming from the UK, I'd have never heard of Mansfield, so it's really quiet. Like, there's not that many people here, so you can like have a whole abandoned medical block to yourself, which is kind of eerie and creepy. And it's a Saturday at 2 o'clock as well, just to give you some kind of idea of that. But yeah, really interesting place. So during the tour there is also the Mansfield Industrial Museum as part of the tour, which is interesting. It just kind of shows how industry has changed here, I guess, over the last many years. It's also heated, which is a bonus. Guys, so we have just stopped to get petrol. I'm not gonna lie, I am so confused how petrol is so cheap here in the US. Don't know what gallons is to what we have in the UK. I haven't worked out the maths, but filling up the car was $22, which is crazy because that gives us like 350 miles, which blows my mind. Anyway, we just stopped. We were halfway to Somerset, Pennsylvania. So you'd have just seen us at the Ohio Reformatory Prison. Found it a fascinating place to be. It was really interesting. Would definitely recommend it if you were in that area. We did pick up a keyring and a Christmas decoration because that's how we roll. But yeah, we are halfway there now. So we have been driving for just under 2 hours, like an hour and 40 minutes. It's starting to rain, annoyingly. But we are about to go through the toll road to get into Pennsylvania. So we've topped up the car with some petrol, just popped to the bathroom, and yeah, we should get to... We're stopping in Somerset, Pennsylvania, just because we are going to Hershey's tomorrow, Hershey's Park. I'm really excited because we actually have complimentary tickets with our other blog and YouTube channel, Creative Travel Guide. So that's going to be really exciting. It's like one of our first theme park comp trips, which would be really fun. But we wanted to kind of get halfway there. So this place, Somerset, is about a 2-hour drive away from Hershey's. And it's just like a little town in Pennsylvania. And I think we're staying in a Comfort Inn. So all we will probably do today is pick up some, like, check in, pick up some food and catch up on SmackDown, which we missed last night. And that is pretty much the plan for the rest of the day. But it has been a really good day. I've really enjoyed the prison. It was really interesting. But yeah, let's try 2 more hours in the rain, and yeah, I'll show you what we have for dinner later on. Hi guys, it is now 7:26. We have made it to Somerset in Pennsylvania. We are staying at the Comfort Inn. It's actually a decent room. There's like 2 beds, which is nice. There's one there. A nice big TV so we can watch SmackDown. It has a fridge, microwave, coffee machine, so I am content. Yeah, we got here at like just past 7. Took a little while to check in. Well, actually, it mainly took a while to get stuff out of the car. We have 2 suitcases with us because we were like, we want to have plenty of room for our merchandise. But we also figured, a lot of people from my work gave me this tip, was to bring like drinks. So we had like a big pack of cans of Dr. Pepper and caffeine-free bottles of Coke, and then a big thing of water. So what we're doing is having at the back of the car, then we have it for when we're driving, but then also each night we're just bringing some in each like evening and stuff, so that we have a few things to drink in the evening. But yeah, so we are here, made it safe and sound. We're going to have a look and see what the food options are around here. There is a place nearby that they recommended that's like a pine grill, I think they called it. But I think we kind of want to bring something back, so we'll have a look what the options are, and yeah, that'll be our evening done for the night. It was a really, really lovely day. But anyway, I'll go get some food and I'll catch up with you in a bit.